Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Margaret and welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. In today's video, I thought we would go through some of the rings that I have. These are all rings that I have currently got listed, and there are a couple in here that I have in draft mode that I wanted to double check the stone to make sure that I'm listing them accurately. And so I thought it'd be fun to pull out my Presidium Gem Tester and to take a look at some of these stones that can be tested with this Presidium Gem Tester. I also have a diamond tester that came with my gold kit, and I'll link both of these down in the description box below. I decided to go ahead and invest in a Presidium Gem Tester. Let me pull it out for you. Because I sell an awful lot of jewelry, I wanted to make sure that I was accurately listing things, and sometimes I get mixed up between some of the stones that look really similar to me, and also there are stones that end up being glass that mimic the actual stone. So I really value my standing on eBay and Etsy because I have really good ratings, and so I don't want to mess that up by getting an item not as described or an unhappy customer giving me a bad review. So this is the gem tester, and I will plug it in. I've got another video where I've tested some of my personal rings that were my grandmother's, and I can link that video too. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in so you can see what all it tests for. If this is your first time, oh, I'm going to need a new battery. Let's see if I can get this part done first though. So basically, once you get the stone that you want to test, if it falls along one of those black lines, that is showing that's what it is. So, you know, up at the top you can see jadeite and spinel. Over here, garnet, tourmaline, and iolite. There's a little red line for glass, ruby and sapphire, topaz. So let's see, tanzanite, aquamarine, chrysoprase, which I always think I'm saying wrong, emerald, nephrite, quartz, amethyst, citrine, and diamond and moissanite. So I am going to go switch out this battery because my camera's about to die, and then we will get started testing what some of these gems are in my rings. And I'll be right back. I am wearing a ring that I know has an emerald and diamonds in it. I like to go ahead and test something that I know for sure what it is, just to verify that everything is testing out correctly. So my emerald should fall in that black little line. Let me scoot it down so you can see it a little better. My emerald here should test right there, and let's check it out and see if it does. And it does. Good. And then these stones here are diamonds. This was a one of my grandmother's rings, so, and boom, yes, diamonds. Good. Okay, so now let's test. I've got some bracelets here. They're not ones that I am selling. This is one that I think my brother gave me, this one. But just to verify again on some of these stones, like this one should pop up as garnet, and there we go, it is landing in the line for garnet. That's good. Then it has a purple stone that should land for amethyst, and it does. Good. And let's see, that might be a topaz, like a smoky topaz or smoky quartz. There we go, it's landing in quartz. Good. Okay, and then you know what, I don't think I've ever tested this bracelet since I went ahead and grabbed it. I think they're sapphires. I don't know. I'm pretty sure my brother gave me this. Ash. And these are testing for sapphire. So there is that really pretty sapphire. Now, one thing to note, that the gem tester does not distinguish between natural and lab created. So they could be lab created. I don't mind. They're still pretty. Okay, so this is a ring that I have listed right now. I felt very confident listing it as an amethyst, but let's double check it just to make sure. So I'm going to press there, and it's falling on that line, quartz, amethyst, citrine, that bottom one. Good. So that one is testing out correctly. Now this is a peridot. So my peridot I think is gonna land in the Chiroprase Emerald and Nephrite realm. And there we go. Yep, it does. All right, awesome. And because I think it's in that same family like as the Chiroprase, if I'm not mistaken. And then we've got this ring, which is really pretty garnet. I do have this one listed because I felt pretty confident that these were garnets as well. So let's see. And it is, you see it's kind of past the one underneath the glass where it says Garnet, Tourmaline, and Iolite. So it's falling in that. Oops, if it hits that, if it hits the silver, it makes that noise. And there we go. It's inching up towards that. Okay, good. All right, so this next one is the one that I thought was probably a citrine. I didn't feel 100% confident because some of the yellow stones kind of stump me and I get mixed up. So I thought I would come on and test and see where it lands just for fun. Okay, so let's see where this one lands when we test it. And it looks like it's falling in that Garnet, Tourmaline, Iolite. So there are yellow tourmaline stones. This one's almost, I mean, if you could see it in person, it's kind of got a yellowy, oops, you can't see it there. It kind of has a yellowy orange. Like on one side, it's a little more, like on the bottom part, I guess you can kind of see it. It's a little more yellowy and then orangey. So I'm looking it up and it says yellow is rarest of all tourmalines, which makes me a little skeptical that that's what that truly is, unless it's lab created. So I am thinking that this is probably Iolite, and because that's what I'm looking at online as I'm double checking this, because yellow tourmaline is really rare, it says, and so it's very unlikely that that's what this is. Let me make sure it's calibrated. I'm checking my calibration. Now I think it's falling in the glass. Let me check my garnet again. Okay, so the garnet is making it over. Let me try this one more time. I think it might be glass after all. Okay, so I'm going to do a little more digging for that one because it might just end up being glass. Alright, so here's another one that I've got that I have listed. I'm pretty sure that it is amethyst as well. So let's get that one. Garnet, tourmaline. Is that a garnet in there? Hang on, let me look at the color. That's purple. That's testing correctly. That's testing. I always like to go back to this one and make sure everything's testing out correctly, because this one looks like a amethyst, but it is definitely testing as a garnet. Are there purple garnets? Because I'm holding it up to the light. It's definitely purple. I'm gonna have to Google it. Well, I mean, I see that there are purple garnets. It doesn't look like that. Okay, so that's something else I'm gonna have to double check, because when I'm looking at it straight on, I can kind of see a reddish hint to it this way, but no, it's mostly purple. And when I hold it up to the light, yeah, it's purple. But it is not testing as amethyst. And my amethyst is, okay, so my amethyst is definitely testing at amethyst. Okay, so it's calibrated. But then this one, when I do it, is testing for garnet. So I may have a purple garnet in there. All right, tell me what you think, my testing friends. Okay, may have to change that. All right, so now this one, I totally just think it's glass. It is. So that one is just testing right at glass. Cool. Okay, just like I thought. So let me know what you think about this. I mean, because honestly, if you put these side by side, you can really see a difference. I mean, Even though this one is a dark, kind of dark purple, it's definitely not this anywhere near. I mean, I know there's different colors of amethyst and stuff, but it really is a little bit different. Now holding it up next to it, it almost looks like it's red, but it is purple when I hold it up to the light. Let me see if you can see. Huh, okay. See, you can see it's like a dark purple, but it is testing as a garnet. Super interesting, because like here's my garnet and there's my amethyst, and even though this one is purpley, I think it's a, yeah, okay, cool. So probably what I would do for that is put the test in my listing to show, because if I say it's a purple garnet, people might be like, what, you know. So I'd probably take the ring and my test, you know, my Presidium Gem Tester, just like this, and test it to show that it's landing right there in the garnet range, and put that in my listing, because I have it listed as an amethyst, I'm almost positive, but it is a purple, oops, garnet. How about that? Okay, see, comes in handy. Do I have anything else? I mean, I don't, like, this is spiny oyster and turquoise, but turquoise is not something that I can test with this, so let's see what happens when I do. It goes to jadeite and spinel. Interesting. So that makes me wonder, maybe it's not turquoise. Dun dun dun. I need to double check that. See, so handy. Okay, so I'm gonna double check those. Good deal. And let's see if I've got anything else in here I need to double check. No, not that. Let's see what this one is. This one is most likely just glass or a crystal. I hope you found this video helpful. I have got more questions than I started with, so I'm gonna double check on these ones and see what I think they might be, because this one is testing as a purple garnet, and this one I need to double check on that as well. Cool. That was not what I was expecting. I was totally expecting something different, but that is awesome. That's one of the awesome things about having a gem tester, because I can double check things. And then these ones as well, I'm going to double check because they fell in that jadeite spinel. Go down there and hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment. Go follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Texas Gal Treasures, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye, everybody.